Whenever the Cosmos and Panthers get together, it's fun. We're hoping for a good night of basketball tonight in Hamtramck as they welcome in River Rouge. Second time these two teams have played this year. The first game was decided by 2 points, so we figured tonight also going to be fun. Evan, Chad, rest of our crew, glad you're joining us wherever you are on a Friday night. Chad, we're getting to that time of the year, right? All of a sudden, couple of weeks, these things get serious and we start playing for state championship games. But tonight, this one's going to feel like it. These are two very good basketball teams.
Yeah, we're going to play for state championships, Evan. Great to be with you again. But we're going to play for a league title tonight. The Metro Black and the whole Metro is going to be decided between River Rouge and Hamtramck, a 2-point margin. The last time these two teams met, they're rivals, and this may be their last meeting ever in the Metro Conference. We'll get to that in a minute.
That's called breaking news, and also we were on camera for 20 seconds and they turned out the lights on us. That tells you how good looking apparently we are. They're trying to put the lights back on us. That's fantastic. All right, let's hit a break. When we come on back, we had the chance to talk to DJ Foster, the head coach for Hamtramck, before this ball game tonight. The man's fired up for this one, and he's got a lot to say. Let's hit a break, come on back, and get to that interview with Coach Foster right after this.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
We're back courtside at Hamtramck High School, getting ready for a very fun night of high school basketball just outside of Detroit. Head coach of the Cosmos, DJ Foster, joins us as they get ready to play River Rouge, a team that they played an excellent game against earlier this year. Coach, in that game earlier this year, you guys lost a tight one to Rouge. How have things changed since then for the team?
Personnel change. You know, we're young, so it was a great experience for the younger guys. But personnel's changed, a little bit more seasoned now. We played a lot of games, seen a lot of different matchups or whatnot. So that's the only thing that really changed.
How's the personnel changed?
Growth. So with the growth of the guys and Mari and Bet Butter being out, you know, so guys had to grow up. So their personalities, and that's what I'm saying, personnel. Yeah. But their personality has changed because now they're tougher. They understand they've been thrown in the fire. So they've been battle tested.
Coach is talking about Amari Allen and Jalen Miller. Jalen, who wants to be called Butter, so that's what we'll call him. Jalen is one of the better three-point shooters in Michigan, and Amari Allen, honestly, is one of the better all-around players in Michigan. They've been fighting through injuries. When they do come back in this lineup, what are they going to do for you guys?
Oh, this is going to take everything to another level. Just by our younger guys playing as well as they are right now, and when those two come back, it's not going to skip a beat. So it's just going to make us that much more dangerous on the defensive end and offensive end. And like you said with Butter, I think he's at like 48% from the three this year, like something crazy like that. So it's just going to bring another dynamic to spread the floor, make you defend. So, and it makes it deeper. You know what I'm saying? I might start him, I might not start him. It all depends. But whoever's rolling is going to play.
Somebody who, as soon as he joined Hamtramck before the season, made people take notice, Chuck Bailey, who started, is from here in Metro Detroit, went out west to play a couple of years of prep hoops, and now he's back. Since joining this team, how have you seen his play this year?
I like his play. You know, he's rebounding the ball more. He's trying to make a conscious effort on the defensive end. And that's something that I teach him, that I'm trying to teach him, that you can score the ball with anybody. You're a big guard. But you have to take responsibility and accountability on the defensive end and make guys around you better. You know, the West Coast ball is a little bit different from Midwest ball. So, you know, the skipping through and, you know, that kind of style doesn't work here. So he's adjusted very well. He's a great kid. He's a great teammate. You know, coming from where he came from, you wouldn't think with the stardom that he's had and teams playing with LeBron and Rob, you'd think he's not, you know, one of those kids that's like, I do me, but he's a great teammate. And he's a great guy for our young guys like Steve. You know, he's great. He's just been great for us.
obviously you played here, now you're coaching here. You know this game against River Rouge very well. What makes this matchup between the Cosmos and the Panthers a little bit?
One thing I want to say about it, one of my good friends, basketball brother, Brent Darby, played at Rouge, and that's my guy, and he passed away. They have his name on the floor. Duels Henderson, when I played, we played against them in the old gym, but this rivalry has been going on for years, and it's been a nice, fun, safe rivalry.
Yeah.
It never turns into anything else. It's much respect from both institutions as far as Hamtramck and River Rouge. It's just great, and I love it. Oscar Sanders, one of the guys that played there, it's just great. It's great.
Speaking of their team specifically this year, kind of like you guys, young team getting a little bit better every game. As you evaluate them specifically, what's on your mind here before the game?
We're a mirror image of each other. They are their coach. That's it. When you see them guys on the floor, that's Joe Carr. So in every aspect of it. So, but we're a mirror image of each other. We're the same team. Same exact team, and I love it. It's a great style of basketball. We playing, we letting the kids be who they are, and it's great. I love it.
And then the last thing we got for you, big game here tonight, and we all know coming in a couple of weeks here, that's when the thing gets real, and you're starting to run potentially to the Breslin Center. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What statement can you make to the state of Michigan tonight with the way you play against River Rouge?
What statement can we make?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a statement. I think it's just us doing what we're supposed to do. Like, we can't determine outcomes of other teams and what they do and whatnot. They're a great program, but I don't think it'll be a statement. As long as we're healthy, I think we're one of the top teams in the state. So, Rouge got us earlier, but okay.
We're going to see what happens.
Yeah,
it's a confident man. We'll see what happens tonight.
Right.
Coach, always appreciate your time.
Appreciate
Best of luck. We got Hamtramck and River Rouge coming up in just a few minutes. One of those basketball games that you just really hope goes right down to the wire. He hopes it's like a 30-point game, but we hope it's a close game. So we'll see what happens coming up next. Tip-off is on the way.
But I will say this. We've been chasing Rouge for years. Now it's our turn. We're the defending champs. And Joe, my little brother. So.
Is it weird coaching against Joe Carr?
Yeah, it is. Because normally we battling on the floor, but that's my little bro. That's my brother, and I love him to death. And I'm just happy to see him in a position where he deserved to be in as a head coach. Because he's a great mentor. He's a great man. He's a great father, and he's good for this program. And I just hope everything works out there where he can continue on there. And that's deeply from the bottom of my heart. And he's a great coach and a great guy, for real. I know him outside of basketball. That's my brother, and I love him.
It's going to be fun to watch tonight. Hamtramck, River Rouge coming up right after this. Stay with us.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Almost time for basketball at Hamtramck High School on a February night, just past the middle of February. Hamtramck and River Rouge playing for the second time this year. First time they're playing here at Hamtramck. First game between the two was end of January at Rouge, and the Panthers won by a couple of points. Evan and Chad back with you. Chad, how do you think the game potentially could look different tonight as opposed to how it looked a few weeks ago?
Well, I think in that game there was some injuries. Hamtramck was not at full strength. They did not have Jalen Miller. They did not have Amari Allen. Yep. Both those guys will not start tonight, but there are rumors that they both will play. So a significant difference indeed. Also the emergence of the young guys that have stepped up for DJ and Jones, Mixon, Hall, Kimbrough, all these young guys have really stepped up. That's how Hamtramck's been better. Also, River Rouge is playing well. They won a few in a row, and this community really is behind them. They've gotten better offensively, and they've really created some offense from their defense, which has been really stingy.
You know, it's interesting you bring up the point about the younger guys for Hamtramck that had to get bigger roles and get more playing time because Miller and Allen weren't playing for a while. Remember, at the beginning of this season, once Chuck Bailey transferred to Hamtramck, you read the Free Press, you read the news, they all had Hamtramck as a top 20 team. They don't have them as a top 20 team anymore because Amari Allen's been injured for a little bit. Are expecting to see those guys play today. Honestly, I think the last couple of weeks could be a blessing in disguise for DJ Foster's team because some of those guys off the bench had to play more and get bigger minutes. We know people like that, the guys off the bench, that's who wins you playoff games, not necessarily your superstars. Could be a blessing in disguise what happened to the Cosmos.
Absolutely. The Cosmos had to develop their bench, develop their talent. They had one guy that played varsity basketball a year ago. That was Chuck Bailey.
Yeah.
Nobody else. So they're only going to get better. Their best days of basketball are ahead for them. So's River Rouge. They have one senior. They're all sophomores. They're all juniors. They're getting better too. So both these teams emerging as March is upon us.
You see the meetings between the coaches and the captains at center court. DJ Foster is on your left. He has switched hoodie colors from our pregame interview. He's now wearing a black hoodie because they have a blackout here tonight at Hamtramck High School. And on the right, he's shaded right now, but you'll see him in just a second rocking a sweet white sweater. That's Joe Carr, who many people remember for how well he played collegiately at Central Michigan, Wayne State.
Fire up.
Really good player at Renaissance, who is playing King right now for a chance to play Cass Tech in the PSL title game on Sunday, by the way.
We'll have dibs on that.
Do you see that hug there between Foster and Carr? They know each other very well. This got to be a little weird coaching against each other tonight.
They played basketball against one another, and he calls Joe Carr little bro.
Yep.
They're close. I asked DJ before the game if he spoke to Joe this week. He said, no, not at all.
Well, there you go. Hamtramck's going to rock the black tonight. River Rouge in the whites. Both teams coming in with double-digit wins. River Rouge, as Chad was just talking about, a younger team. They don't have a single senior in the starting lineup. One guy we will have to focus on and talk a lot about tonight, Chad, is number 11 for River Rouge, Nick Marsh, who's already committed to play wide receiver at Michigan State on the football field, but dude can play basketball too. Big-time
athlete, 6'3", 4-star, Michigan State committed, you said, and he's experienced. It's his third year, and he can score it for him, and they really like him defensively as a lockdown guy.
They're announcing the starting fives here. When we get a second, we can have a chance to show the starting fives for both teams as we get ready for this basketball game tonight. They're introducing River Rouge. Here's their starting five. Yeah, there's Nick Marsh, but someone as well, Chad, to focus on. Number 4, Keyshawn Fisher, who nearly scored 30 points against these Cosmos in the first game.
Fisher's a bad man, and he can really score it. He's got good size at 6'5", just a junior. Good student, too, and a leader in this program.
They have once again turned the lights out on us, but I promise you they are introducing the Hamtramck starting lineup. Let's get a look at their starting five. Amari Allen, Jalen Miller, as Chad were talking about, they are not expected to start, but we are expecting them to play amongst that starting five, Chad. For those just flipping on the broadcast, who do you need to focus on in here?
Chuck Bailey. Chuck Bailey, really the only varsity player returning from a year ago. He wasn't here. He was at Donda Academy out in California, which of course is closed. Chuck Bailey's emerged. He's an Evansville Aces commit, and a guy that's a 3-level scorer, a guy that needed to do more things than offense when he came here. He had to learn. He came from the prep school level. He had to learn how to rebound and play defense, and DJ Foster has really commended him for improving in those two areas.
Cosmos in the black, Rouge in the white. River Rouge has as many state titles as any basketball program in Michigan, but it's been a while since they won one. Hamtramck last year got to the district title for the first time since '85. They have bigger and better dreams this year. Chance tonight to make a little noise on a Friday night.
Rivals for the league title. Last league game, this is it, and these teams know it. Panthers already have a share of it, but they want it outright. Hamtramck wants a piece of the pie.
Fisher will jump it up against Kimbrough. Right off the tap, it's to Dantes Winfrey, who lost the ball for Hamtramck, but they've still got it in the front court. Finally playing ball on a Friday night. This is Bailey driving, scooping and missing. That was a very tough shot.
Yeah, especially around the Panthers, who have some nice length down there.
Three in the corner coming, and Rouge starts it off with a bang with Memphis McDowell.
McDowell can really ring it up. Fun player to watch.
Quickly into the front court. Hamtramck gets it back out to Bailey. Matched up on Weaver to start tonight. Drive to the basket. Ball goes out of bounds, and that is Rouge ball.
Well, River Rouge, watch their pace offensively. It's going to be very important to see what kind of pace and tone they set offensively against a very stingy Hamtramck defense that can force you into a lot of errors.
Bentley gives it up to Fisher, who scored 28 in the first game against Hamtramck. Nick Marsh on the go and got it through contact. Off to the line he goes.
That's a physical specimen. That's a big boy athlete. Nick Marsh, the Michigan State commit, just a junior. This is a man-child, and that's finishing through contact with confidence.
You know, the name Nick Marsh became familiar to high school sports fans in Michigan when, in the COVID year, when they played the high school finals in January 21, River Rouge lost that state championship game to DeWitt.
Sure.
But Nick Marsh caught 3 touchdowns as a freshman, and they haven't forgot his name since.
Unbelievable. And he hasn't slowed down. He's continued to progress. A 4-star. Tough luck miss there.
Yeah, Winfrey had it go halfway down and out. Rouge pushing again. McDowell gives it up. Fisher, no. Cosmos will get up the floor with Stephen Jones, a freshman who the coaching staff loves. Jones has still got it. His pass was tipped and saved by the Panthers. Weaver, the lob. Marsh could not finish, and it's out of bounds off Fisher.
Yeah, you'd like to see him just make a traditional pass here, but he trusts the athleticism of Marsh, and hard not to.
Hamtramck needs a bucket, and they've got it with Kimbrough.
Kimbrough's got a nice touch, and DJ really likes the way that Kimbrough has emerged with a lot of confidence. One of those young guys that stepped up for him.
Yeah, he's had to play in the lineup because of all these injuries. Fisher, not that time. Rebound Wilson, the transfer from River Rouge, who is fired up to play this game tonight.
Yeah, that's a fun matchup. Looking forward to that. Those two guys banging down there.
Kimbrough missed the leaner, and Hamtramck has been ice cold to start tonight. McDowell, yes.
Confident step into Memphis McDowell, the sophomore, with a big one.
Answer on the other end for Hamtramck. There's your transfer from Rouge, Isaiah Wilson.
There it is. That was big. Touchdown deficit early at home. Quick answer will make you forget about it.
Kendo Bentley into the front court for River Rouge. Got a step and finished. Rouge is making everything around the rim so far tonight.
Yeah, first Marsh and now Kendall Bentley, the junior, 6'2", elevating. And look at this confidence, one-handed, playing keep away.
All right, there's a couple of fouls on Isaiah Wilson. Bentley misses the free throw, and the men we expected to come in eventually for Hamtramck are about to. Bailey's floater is good. Amari Allen and Jalen Miller about to check back in. Back in the lineup tonight, Chad, after missing some time with injuries. Yeah, this lineup looks a lot different with them.
It sure does, Evan. And you add that with Chuck Bailey, who just had that fresh floater in the lane, and you got something really serious competing in a tough district.
McDowell scoop and score. He's got 8 already.
Oh, the talent flashing in the Metro for the title tonight.
Back to a 6-point lead. Bailey, kick, corner three, Kimbrough, no. Rebound, Fisher, and Rouge wants to go.
They do want to go. Dribble, drive, motion offense, but it's been a lot of transition tonight, Evan.
Fisher missed it and tapped it right to the guy in the corner, Jones. The freshman driving and kicking. And Winfrey drew a blocking foul on Fisher.
Excellent pace to this game, early, partner, and it's just been a really fun, clean game played. I mean, the turnovers have been light. In fact, just one in this game, and that's by way of Hamtramck.
There's your subs coming in. Amari Allen, who scored over 1,000 points in his career for Hamtramck. And number 11, Miller. Sharpshooter, who's at nearly 50% from three-point land this year.
Yeah, he's special. His daddy, Ken Miller, on that bench, a big part of the staff for DJ Foster. Such an outstanding head coach and athletic director. Took over for Brian Anderson in the offseason, who's now doing great things up in Rochester at Stony Creek. We'll be up in Stony Creek for some soccer. Hanging out with Jam Jan after.
Is that an open invitation? Did you just invite us to that?
Yeah, but you'll be in like Syracuse doing the Mets.
There's a floater for Bailey, and you can give Chuck 4 now.
Oh, the Donda Academy transfer, Chuck Bailey. His daddy played at Michigan. Chuck Bailey Sr. in the crowd tonight. Very proud.
Dowell to Marsh. Nick will try it. And the rebound for Allen.
Good to see Amari back on the floor, one of the state's best.
Passing for Hamtramck. Awkward one. Miller was open for three, but they threw it by him.
Yeah, just their second boo-boo. River Rouge has been outstanding with the ball, and offensively, Joe Carr in his first year, the former guy who learned under David Greer and Mark White, his mentors. They want to dribble drive, they want some motion. It's kind of a blend of last year's team under Coach Josh Baker.
Rouge has never trailed in this game. Fisher on Bailey. Fisher got stopped, gave it up. Bentley missed it. Bailey the rebound. Chuck wants to get up the floor.
Does he ever?
And his pass got picked off by Marsh coming back.
Well, Marsh is a receiver and a safety, and that's the safety skills there.
McDowell pass picked off by Bailey. Sloppy right now. Winfrey, no. And the Cosmos following up that rebound, out of bounds off Andrew Kimbrough.
Sometimes you just gotta let guys run, but finishing has been so good tonight. With a couple misses close to the rim last couple times. You look at Joe Carr, started his career in college at Central Michigan, then Abilene, Central Michigan, then Abilene Christian. Won a state title at Detroit Renaissance.
I'm just a fan of that polo sweater. We'll find out where he got it.
Josie can dress now.
It's a heck of a look.
Oh yeah, he's got a collection. I used to travel on the road with Joe Carr, Wayne State, former play-by-play radio guy, and Joe Carr was a young transfer and a good young man, a leader, undersized guard, but a dynamic leader, big heart, and this guy can score and pass like nobody's business.
DJ Foster knows Joe Carr really well. Gave a big hug to him before the game. Right now they're coaching their boys hard.
Well, we heard DJ's locks Joe Carr down in pickup. DJ's such a good defender that he just locks Josie up.
Offensive foul. It's Rouge basketball.
Yeah, wrap around there. They got Allen. Got to see his brother who's in attendance tonight. Graduated a year ago.
It's got to be tough for both Allen and Miller coming back from injuries. To not just playing any game, but playing a game like this, right?
Big time. This is a lot of pressure. This is for the league title. In front of your home crowd, a blackout, Friday night. Yeah, it's big. Not ideal to get a guy broken in with.
James Weaver on Devin Mixon. Got a little bit of a step. Had to lob it out. Weaver's got it again for Rouge. Rolling off a screen. Marsh could not handle the pass, and then he stepped out of bounds. That was a great defensive possession for Hamtramck.
Really is. Hamtramck is known for their defense. That's their calling card. The motto here is do your job with energy and effort. And that's what they do. They're a gritty team that plays defense first, college-style defensive scheme. Help the helper.
Great job in the corner by Barnett. He took it away. Rouge up the floor, and Mixon stripped it away. And then Hamtramck threw it away.
Great hustle by the sophomore Mixon. Saving a bucket. Hamtramck's so good defensively. And DJ teaches that intensity.
There you go, Chad. There's that defense from Devin Mixon, who they say is maybe their best defender, although he's listed at 5'8".
He's a pest.
Barnett inbounds. Weaver moving. McDowell one more pass. Got it back from Barnett. Into the corner, quick trigger. No good, Weaver missed it. Been a while since either of these teams have scored. Bailey corner kick. Another shot is off. Both teams are ice cold right now. Garrison just missed that three.
Thoughtful pass, though. Ooh.
That's got to be a foul. Yep, Keyshawn Fisher was munked. Garrison the foul.
You said it right. He was. I mean, it hit him across the face inadvertently, but just kind of a step hand through. And he's all right. Tough cookie out there now. This is one of the finest the Panthers have to offer. 28 points, as Evan mentioned, his last game out against Hamtramck.
One more coming for Keyshawn Fisher. Both teams have cycled through the subs already tonight. That's to be expected in a game like this that we're expecting to be tightly contested right to the end.
Yeah, and Hamtramck was excited to get to their bench. Two of their better players coming off the bench tonight. It's like playing with house money. But they're in a hole right now. They're down 5, and they're going to enter their second quarter trailing.
2 out of 3 at the line for Fisher. Right now, this equals the largest lead of the game for the Panthers. Mixon gave it up, and a foul on the floor before the pass.
Just the second on River Rouge. They've been very good with their defense. Ball pressure, very important on their defensive scheme. Kind of a hybrid man defense, a little bit of pack line.
Garrison comes out. Kimbrough comes back in for the Cosmos. Here's Allen. Hasn't scored yet in his return to the lineup.
They're coming after him.
Yeah, McDowell's all over him. Amari got away, got inside and missed the wild shot down there. That is a ill-advised pass. Quarter ticking down. Hamtramck's got to go. Allen lets it go. Got it off. Oh my goodness, Barnett almost made it. What a start for River Rouge. This game got delayed by about an hour because the girls' game before us was an excellent one, by the way. Hamtramck won. After 1 quarter of ball, River Rouge leading Hamtramck. We're back for the second quarter after this.
This is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
It's hard to find a program in the state of Michigan with the tradition that the River Rouge Panthers have. Yeah, that's right, 14 state championships all time, legendary players, legendary coaches throughout the history of this school. But Chad, facts are stubborn things. Fact is, these guys haven't won a state championship since the new millennium, and I think everyone at that school is getting antsy to hang another banner in the rafters.
It is a demanding fan base, and Rouge basketball, the community really cares about their basketball. High expectations, and they expect their head coach and their team to succeed. And, you know, instant gratification isn't always the thing that happens, but they're in good hands right now with Joe Carr, a good young leader, and they've been in good hands before with Lamonte Stone and others, who's now at Eastern Michigan. There's been some good head coaches that have come through here. Mark White. They're expected, though, to win. It's different here than other places.
Off to an excellent start tonight. Another one is up and good. Rouge has got their largest lead of the game here.
And that's not to say they don't care a lot here at Hamtramck. They do, but Rouge has a history. You said it, 14 titles.
No good, Miller. That was his first shot of the game.
They're going to need him to hit shots like that tonight if they want to win.
Oh my goodness, that thing was halfway down and out. Tough miss for Barnett.
Barnett's a good part of their bench. Very good defender.
Amari Allen remains on the floor. Hamtramck looking for a bucket. Long two, no good for Kimbrough.
I think they need to drive. I think they need to attack. Hamtramck has some guys that can rip and drive, and Bailey and Allen.
Rouge trying to take a double-digit lead for the first time tonight. Dell wants help on a screen here. Nothing's coming yet. Now Weaver looking for a little movement. Just nowhere to go on this possession yet.
Sticky defense. Hamtramck so good man-to-man and helping. Help the helper.
Joe Carr finally calls timeout after there was just absolutely nowhere to go.
That's what DJ's defenses do. I mean, they stymie you. Help the help. And when your on-ball defending is that good and you communicate that well, yeah, you got to call timeout sometimes. Josie's going to talk it over.
Got to draw up something after that defense for Hamtramck really locked it in. DJ Foster in his 8th season as the head coach. Rudy Tomjanovich once upon a time was playing around here. Went on to an excellent career in the NBA, both playing and coaching. It still feels like, Chad, that this Hamtramck team this year, not a finished product, and you just wonder when they ever will be, because all year long they've been getting guys in and out of the lineup due to injuries, and you got to hope for their sake it starts clicking at the right time.
Yeah, they have not been healthy, but one game, DJ said, and this is game, what, 2, that they're all kind of healthy? Kind of.
Right there, a cutting Panther finally caught it. McDowell threw it out to Weaver. They'll try a corner 3 for Barnett. It's long. Fisher got the rebound. Weaver, yes!
Well, Rouge has been banging in triples. I mean, they have not been shy. I guess they fired up now 11, and 3 of 11. Hamtramck can live with that.
Oh my goodness, Chuck Bailey nearly put the Panthers on a poster. That's a foul.
I like that, a Panther on a poster. I know Rouge doesn't. Here's another look. Chuck Bailey says, I'm going to attack. I talked about attacking. Chuck listens and gets rewarded at the free throw line, but don't look now. Hamtramck's down 11 in their own gym to a team that they lost to by just 2 points back in River Rouge back in January.
Now the good news for Hamtramck, that foul was on Keyshawn Fisher, one of Rouge's best scorers. 2 fouls on him. We're going to get Nixon out of the game and Jalen Miller as well. Right now that Hamtramck bench is honestly trying to find a combination that can work here.
Yeah, and when you're mixing in new guys that haven't played, Allen's been out for 6-7 games. Miller's been out for most of the year. They're working on getting acclimated with their teammates. That's even a longer, forget the injury thing. They don't know how to play with their teammates. So they'll figure it out.
Couple of free throws good for Bailey. He's leading all Hamtramck scores with 6 points. James Weaver rolled right into a double. Nick Marsh fakey. Missing. Cleanup. No. Still loose down there. And a foul. Crashing the glass hard. Jaden Melton.
Yeah, the athletes getting aggressive for the Panthers. Joe Carr saying attack the glass on the offense. And they do. And Melton follows the miss by Marsh. Good defense, distracted down there by the Cosmos.
Gotta hit your free throws, though. He missed the first. One more coming for Jaden. Missed them both. Rebound Cosmos.
Big break. Hamtramck's got to take advantage.
A lot of contact there on a foul on Weaver.
It's the freshman Jones. Big responsibility this year.
Different looking lineup here for the Cosmos. Winfrey back in. He'll handle point. Bailey remains on the floor. Kimbrough's out there. Quez Hall is in the game for the first time. Stephen Jones is back in too.
They like Hall quite a bit.
Bailey the fake. Kimbrough moving. Winfrey stop the dribble. Hamtramck was going to reload, and Andrew Kimbrough is down on the floor. Well, stop play here.
Yeah, and Kimbrough's been one of the guys that's come off that bench, just a junior, and was filling in for the injured Miller. Now he's going to have to sit. DJ's going to go get him and have to return Isaiah Wilson back into the game.
Looks like Kimbrough's all right. We have seen a couple of cramps already in this gym. Notoriously, this is a warm gym.
It is. We were here in what, late December?
Yeah.
We were warmed by the holiday cheer. Warmed by the Asian egg rolls tonight. Asian beef egg rolls. Evan wanted it. We got it. Christian Jackson went and picked it up. He's the MVP of tonight so far.
Isaiah Wilson comes back in. Stephen Jones got stripped by McDowell. Memphis McDowell up the floor, scoring again. He's already got 10 points.
Play of the night. McDowell coast to coast. This is a really nice looking 10th grader. He finishes through the contact, and Evan, watch out, man. This could be a dirty dozen lead here in a second.
Started with the steal, then he got up the floor, and then he finished through some hard contact from Jones.
Took advantage of the freshman Jones. Very ball attacking defense. We see it there. They smell blood with the rookie with a rock.
And now Joe Carr, a guy who is low key in nature. I think on the inside, he is loving this right now.
He's got fire in his belly. Trying to win a league title. He's got a lot to prove. Took over from Josh Baker, former Alabama assistant. He likes his group, young group, just one senior.
Winfrey into the front court, got free, kicked it to the corner. Hamtramck has just been ice cold from deep. They are 1 of 8.
They've been stymied and impatient.
Now that defense trying to create something. Bailey picked it off.
They created something, all right.
Long shot, Wilson, no. I mean, nothing has fallen.
Too quick. River Rouge isn't having to work at all defensively.
And that is the 3rd foul on Isaiah Wilson.
And 7th foul, 1-on-1 situation coming up.
I mean, right now, DJ Foster, Hamtramck's head coach on that sideline, I'm not a great lip reader, but I believe what he is saying to his guys is, why are we going so fast? Slow down.
100%, I agree. The pace of the game has been won so far by Rouge.
James Weaver off to the free throw line for Rouge. First free throw, good. Chad, it's time for Evan's shoe corner. Do you know what shoes James Weaver is wearing?
I'm going to say the Gremlins. I don't know.
No, you're thinking of the Kobe Grinches. Those are the Kobe Bruce Lees.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Those are somehow less expensive than the Grinches, but not very much.
I like them. They're like maize and blue.
And those are yellow and black. They're supposed to look like Bruce Lee in one of those old karate movies.
Ah.
Quez Hall just got fouled. It's going to be on Jaden Melton.
I'm way off as usual.
That's all right.
Anyway, how about those egg rolls tonight?
And how about those shoes? Look at them.
How about it? Black and yellow, black and yellow.
I mean, if you're going to pay that much money for those pair of shoes, you may as well wear them and you may as well play well in them.
Would you like trade shoes with him if you guys are the same size?
Yes,
after?
absolutely. Are you kidding?
You could make a nice deal. You got some nice kicks on tonight.
I do, yes.
Those are like old school Jordans.
Jumper good for Rinry. Yeah, I'm rocking the Jordan 1 Chicago's, the ones that just came out a couple of months ago.
Those are dope. Winfrey with a nice step-in elbow gunner.
Yeah, that's Dantes' first bucket tonight. There's Weaver rocking the shoes, drawing a foul.
Back to the free throw line. The aggressor has won. I mean, River Rouge has been aggressive offensively, patient. Hamtramck has not forced enough. But watch for DJ's teams. They make runs. And they have yet to get their outside shot to go, just 1 of 8. They need to get their shooters space and time and get an offense run to get some energy drained, I think, Evan, by the Panthers.
And honestly, what Rouge is doing is what you've been asking Hamtramck to do this entire game. Get inside and get to the free throw line. That's why Rouge can keep adding on to the lead here.
That's right.
Guy at the line, James Weaver, 3rd year on varsity. He's a junior. He's been on the team since he was a freshman, alongside number 11, Nick Marsh. Nick was just trying to get that rebound, but Kimbrough cleared him out. Open look. Air ball, but it's followed up by Winfrey, who missed it. Allen back in the game. He's got the ball. He tries, and it's in and out. There's just a lid on that rim for Hamtramck. And another foul.
9th team foul on Winfrey, a guy who's been pretty good tonight. It's his 2nd foul, I believe. So now Kimbrough, Wilson. And is that Winfrey's 1st or 2nd?
That's his 1st.
All right.
Weaver's been making a killing at the free throw line here.
He has. James Weaver, guy that's trained under Joe Carr. Joe is the head sports performance trainer before being appointed the head coach.
Largest lead of the game for Rouge. Haley spins and draws a foul before the shot.
Had one to give, Evan.
After a pretty clean start to the game, we've had a few too many whistles here in the last couple of minutes.
A little grabby.
Inbound to Winfrey. Dantes looking for somewhere to go. Probes inside and kicks. Finally, a deep one falls for Hamtramck. It's Jalen Miller.
I told you, Miller's got to hit it. He had 8 threes against Davison earlier this year. He can really stroke it. They need him to get it going.
On the other end, Weaver missed it. Bailey boarded it. Cosmos coming with pace. Bailey into the corner. Winfrey the finish.
Winfrey's been the best player in this first half. Offense, defense, complete package.
Little spurt of life for Hamtramck. McDowell followed by Winfrey. That is the second on Dantes Winfrey.
It's a big one. DJ might have to go get him. And he's been the energy source and the igniter, getting this thing into single digits. Get another look here, Evan. Nickel dimer.
Memphis McDowell, the leading scorer in the game, just added another point. You can give him 12.
Living there. Living there is the team. Well, I take that back. 8 of 15. Memphis hasn't missed from the floor or the free throw line. He's been perfecto.
There you go. In case you wondered if the broadcaster's jinx is a thing, Chad just proved it.
It's still going. I feel no guilt.
Bailey on the drive and kick. Miller dribbles into a 2, and he missed it. Nick Marsh on the go. Wide open look, Bentley. Rainbow 3, yes!
That's all because Marsh pushed with that elite athleticism and speed and set it up, giving his shooter some space and time.
Back up to a 12-point lead in the blink of an eye. Foul on McDowell, that's his second.
It's his second. It's going to put Hamtramck at the free throw line for a 1-on-1. Stops the clock, stops momentum, but this has been Rouge's first half.
Chuck Bailey trying to get him closer. He's sitting on 6 points.
Missed the first 2 games of the year. 27 and 10 against Canton in his return game.
You know, Chuck Bailey's 17 years old. He is already better at growing facial hair than I ever will be. It's a good look. Tip of the cap to Chuck.
Wears it well. He's got a lot of skills. That's another one. Another tool in the
for
toolbox.
that rebound. Marsh found it like the wide receiver that he is. Nick pushes and misses. Foul on Hamtramck.
Marsh is just one of those athletes playing basketball. He's not super refined, but he doesn't care. He can get up and down, though, and create, and he does it again here.
He's a 4-star wide receiver recruit. Pretty much had his pick of the litter in terms of schools. Committed to Michigan State a couple of months ago. Wants to go play for Mel Tucker.
You think Tom Izzo's going to try to get in there?
I have no idea. When's the last time someone did both? Was it Draymond? Was it Draymond a tight end briefly?
I think so.
Didn't he play in the spring game or something like that?
Yeah, played in that spring game. But there's been a few. Jermaine Gonzalez, I know, did it at Michigan. Not many anymore. You just can't really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just baseball, football, seen a little bit of that.
Look at Winfrey get up the floor. He up the turbo for 2.
He's on tilt. Guy averages 10 points a game, but he's darn near that at the break. And with 95 seconds left, he single-handedly rallied Hamtramck and got him back. Look at this assertiveness.
And that, honestly, Chad, is what you've been calling for them to do all day. Let's be honest. They've been terrible shooting the ball. They're 2 of 10 from 3. So sometimes you got to get inside and get a couple of easy looks.
And I know that's DJ Foster's message. I know that's his message. I know it's Tevin Fields and Ken Miller's message.
I mean, the tough luck shooting the ball. That one was halfway down and it still popped out.
Big ones.
Barnett the bounce to Bentley. Mixon back in the game. Number 3 in black is going to check you on every defensive possession.
Oh, yeah.
And a trap.
That pressure defense, Evan, it forces the turnovers eventually. All of a sudden, Rouge has 5. They had 0 about 3 minutes to go in the first.
Feels like a big final minute of this first half, huh?
It is. And I think Hamtramck needs to get under the double-digit margin, needs to get somebody going other than this guy.
Bailey gave it up. Miller, quick trigger. Another missed three. That is the 9th missed three for Hamtramck. Fisher gave it to a driving Marsh for 2.
Marsh is so good around the rim at finishing. That was a thoughtful pass.
How does Hamtramck attack this possession?
I think you got to drive and kick. Get Miller open for a 3.
There's
Let him
a
keep
screen.
shooting.
Winfrey at 2, short. That was a good contest on defense. Does Rouge play for the final shot of the first half? They have looked excellent. Fisher drives. No, but another foul.
Normally I'd say yes, but they're playing with so much confidence right now offensively, you just kind of want to let them do their thing. Attacking, shooting, doing all kinds of things that they want. 3-ball hasn't been there, but it is a threat.
Keyshawn Fisher with 2 points. He scored 28 in the first game against Hamtramck. Story of this game for Rouge has been the balanced scoring. McDowell leads all with 12, but Marsh has got 6, Weaver's got 8, Bentley's got 5, and they've just forced Hamtramck into a ton of misses.
That's right. The different varieties and options and energies. Going on the road and getting a lead in the first half, first quarter. They came out strong. Far from over, though. Big set here.
Coming up on 10 seconds to go in the first half. Winfrey finds Allen. Miller in the corner, no. Winfrey following, missing. Ball still loose. Marsh has got it, and that is going to end the first half. Tough break for Hamtramck in the first half. They shot 29% from the field and 2 of 12 from 3. Rouge much more efficient, 44% from the field. Got to the line 20 times, and right now it is all Rouge on the road.
Begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. A America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Back at Hamtramck High School, where so far tonight it has been all River Rouge. Getting inside, making shots through contact. Nick Marsh with 6. Memphis McDowell scored 12 points in the first half for Rouge. He's leading all scores. It's been their game since the beginning. Hamtramck has had brief spurts. They got it down to 8 at one point later stages of that second quarter, but Rouge has been much more efficient. They're shooting about 45%. Hamtramck's not even shooting 30%. They've made 2 3-pointers in the game, and it is a 35-21 game at halftime. Rouge beat Hamtramck by only 2 points about 3 weeks ago, back on the 27th of January. Tonight's a totally different story. Hamtramck has just been kept out of their element all night. They're at home. They got a good crowd. They got a blackout on a Friday night, but it has just been all River Rouge. Dantes Winfrey has maybe been Hamtramck's best player. He scored 6 points in the first half. But whenever Hamtramck has had a little life, Rouge has just always had the answer. We've got halftime here at Hamtramck Community Center, right next door to the high school. There is a lot of history around here. It's a pleasure to be a part of some of the broadcasts for Hamtramck this year. But right now, they're in trouble. With about 5 minutes remaining until we start the second half, Rouge is leading Hamtramck by 14. We'll see if Hamtramck's got a run in them or if Rouge can continue to close this thing out when we start the second half in just a few minutes.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Delight Cafe and Deli is the home of boar's head meat, great sandwiches, turkey, corned beef, pastrami, and chicken. And they also serve all of your favorite coffee, lattes, smoothies, and shakes. 3135 Cannon Street, down the road in Hamtramck. Make sure you go check out Delight Cafe and Deli. They're putting a smile on your face, one sub or coffee at a time. Just a couple of minutes until we start the second half. Rouge leads Hamtramck by 14. Very surprising. The first game between these two teams, Hamtramck lost by 2 in a great game. But right now, it is all Rouge. We'll see if this stays the same for the final couple of quarters or if we get a change. Here, are you hiring a hiring manager or business owner? You're looking to hire professional, high-quality employees? Call Bill Wednesky and the Headhunters team at 248-343-6027. Headhunters specialize in placing hard-to-find C-suite executives, accounting and finance, engineers, supply chain, human resources, and operations leadership. They're really easy to work with, and they recruit the talent that your company needs to thrive. The headhunters also offer a guarantee that their candidates are going to stick with your company. Make sure to call Bill today. Again, that number is 248-343-6027. Special thank you to all our partners with us here at the PreP, allowing us to do outstanding high school events all across Metro Detroit, from hoops to football to soccer to lacrosse, everything in between. Countdown to the start of the second half. Rouge leads Hamtramck by 14. We'll see what the second half brings us when it starts in just a couple of minutes. Come on back.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Want to thank our friends at General Trucking. They're currently looking for local, regional, and OTR drivers. Come join one of the leaders in transportation, General Trucking. They offer healthcare, dental, and eye care benefits, as well as a very aggressive 401k plan. Inquire today, 586-757-4244. Also want to thank our friends at United Restoration Services. Veteran-owned, veteran-operated. Give them a call for a free damage and claim assessment. Call them today at 877-772-8737. Also want to thank our friends at Mansour Homes. Call Al Mansour today, 248-444-5700. Get our new limited edition Mansour Homes and G of the Game hats, Al at MansourHomes.com. And now back to the play-by-play duties, Evan Stockton.
Chad, you've got to wonder what happens in the first few minutes of this third quarter, right? Because it's a 14-point game, as you keep saying. Hamtramck's got the firepower to get back in a game quickly because they play sticky defense, and there is no earthly way that they are going to continue to shoot 29% for the game and 17% from three. So I think for Rouge here, it's just staving off that inevitable run that's going to come and try to keep this distance as much as you can, I think.
Yeah, and they got to take advantage of their defense. That's their best asset. Get transition, get some easy buckets on offense. We'll see what they have in store here offensively, but they got to be a little more patient.
Here's Chuck Bailey, who scored 7 in the first half. He gets downhill and starts the second half strong for the Cosmos.
Great action. They spread it out a little bit, got Chuck on the block, and he lays it in. Good start.
Does Rouge have a counterpunch? Memphis McDowell. Stepping back, a tough shot, and he missed it short. He got his miss and scored.
Follow your shot. It's an old school mentor, but it works.
Up the floor, and a strong finish for Winfrey, who's just a blur when he gets up the court like that.
He's got 8 now. He's been really the best source of offense consistently.
Bailey sent it away. Fisher put it up, and Chuck said no. Chuck Bailey up the floor. Give up. No whistle. Easy to Isaiah Wilson.
The no whistle was the gray area. And right now, the energy is all Cosmos, but the attention right now is that the player on the floor in pain.
That's Fisher.
And that is Fisher, slow to get up. I think he got something in the midsection.
Yep.
And that doesn't feel right, ever. As you mentioned in the Cruz game the other night.
It's a pain that you can uniquely understand. Oh, that's a kneecap right in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and he took it like a right way. That's a tough play. Keyshawn Fisher, a tough cookie, a junior.
A little bit of life, though, for the Cosmos in this first minute of the third quarter. Here's James Weaver, who scored 8 points. The lob to McDowell, all the way across the court. Marsh threw it into the corner to Bentley. Weaver inside, and he finished with the right hand.
This Weaver kid, hot knife through butter, can really finish. Patient approach by Rouge, spreading the floor and getting that action.
Bailey, long gun. Not that time, rebound McDowell. Rouge right back up the floor. Weaver, foul on the floor.
It's the freshman again. And Jones picks up his second, but that's one where you gotta use your feet a little bit. He's a guy they've counted on, they need. DJ's gonna go talk to him and get his replacement on the floor.
Jaden Melton comes out 2 for Rouge. McDowell, Bentley, Fisher, he's back in. Right off the bench, long on the 3. Bailey gets up the floor. The long strides into the corner, Mixon. One more give, Wilson lost it on the way up, and there was no whistle. 2-on-1 Rouge. Weaver into the corner. Bentley step through and 2.
I like the way Rouge is selfless offensively with a basketball. They really share it well.
Right back to a 14-point lead. Winfrey inside, and he got the roll.
Winfrey's really taken over that role from the team that won 20 games last year, being that point guard.
And for a whistle there. This is numbers for the Cosmos, and a hard foul. Weaver just hacked Mixon.
Mixon coming off the bench, making things happen. Energy guys. Can't shoot the ball well. Do the intangibles right, and they do here. Offense from that defense.
I mean, look, if you're DJ Foster, obviously the score still isn't where you'd like it, but you gotta love the start to the second half as compared to the first half.
You do, the energy they've won. But right now, the score remains, you know, a 12-point deficit. You want to cut this quarter in half at the 4-minute mark. You want to trim this thing down to single digits, and you want to get this thing down to 5 or 6 at the end of the quarter, hopefully, if you're Hamtramck.
Mixon missed both free throws.
Hard to do it that way.
Nick Marsh working on Miller. Shot faking 2.
Such an instinctual player on the football field and on the basketball court, apparently.
Winfrey backs it out. Now he's starting again. Long gun. Hamtramck, a rare make from out there. That's Isaiah Wilson.
And that's from an unlikely source. The Panther transfer with a big banger. Gets it to within 11.
That is just the 3rd made three-pointer of the night for Hamtramck. They've taken 14.
Man.
Marsh again. That is a physical basketball player.
Marsh, just a physical specimen, his second hoop and harm today. Athleticism, see the crossover first step, and the physicality and the live and right roll.
Give him 10. And Rouge has had balanced scoring. Marsh, Weaver, McDowell, all into double figures now. Brief delay here. I think they found a wet spot.
We've seen a lot of wet spots this year on floors across the county.
Oh my goodness. Oh, no. They were looking for a contact.
Yeah.
Oh, Bentley found the contact. We're good.
I think Joe Carr might have found it.
Yeah, he was
He's an assist man. He's a point guard.
Yeah.
Scored 5 points against Duke in the NCAA tournament. He was at Chippewa.
All right. How's Kendall's form on putting that contact back in? All right, he's good.
Now, where's the solution, though?
Yes.
Because if you don't have the saline solution to go with it, your eyes are going to burn like you're gargling with salt water.
And also to anyone watching, if you haven't done the daily contacts, it changed my life.
Oh, no doubt.
Because the 2-week contacts, the 3-week contacts, if you wear them long enough, like a certain broadcaster did, you can get an infection. And let me be the first to tell you, there is no pain in the world worse than an eye infection.
Really?
It's horrible. It's scratched cornea. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's terrible.
No, I get the month-long ones, and I wear them for like 3 months. Is that good for you?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you don't want to scratch cornea. I cannot describe to you the pain. I'm just saying.
You're a glasses guy, too, sometimes.
I do like my glasses sometimes, yes. Right now, Chuck Bailey trying to see the defense. Chuck Bailey, long 2. That is smooth.
He's got it all 3 levels. Mid-range, he's a long gunner, and he can finish down low. Coming into his own.
Fisher. Oh, he got the answer.
Such good length on that jump shot. Hard to defend. Got a step. Didn't hesitate.
This is the largest lead of the game for Rouge. Allen got it back to Bailey. On the go. No. Follow a little bit long for Hamtramck. Ball still loose. Fisher's got it. Rouge on the run. McDowell. Kaboom!
What a transition there. Tough luck miss. Hamtramck couldn't come up with it. Working way too hard to get easy buckets. And River Rouge trying to claim sole possession of the league title tonight. They call the Metro the final one ever in Hamtramck history.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate.
Want to thank our friends at Delight Cafe and Deli. They're the home of Boar's Head's Meat. Great sandwiches from turkey, corned beef, pastrami, and chicken. Also, they serve all your favorite coffees, lattes, smoothies, and shakes. 3135 Kniff Street in Hamtramck.
Winfrey missed it. Follow up Kimbrough, and he's going to go to the line. Chad, there's a lot of game to go. There's 11 minutes and 6 seconds to be exact. And I think we're all kind of sitting here going, what can Hamtramck do? They're running into a buzzsaw here tonight with Rouge.
I think they just need to keep doing things like this. Attack the rim. Try to get fouled. Try to get something going to the rim. It's not too late where you need to start gunning up threes. Get an open one, fine. Get the right guy, fine. But you definitely have to make your free throws, and that's been a problem.
1 of 2 at the line for Kimbrough. Third foul on James Weaver. Kick into the corner. No good. Following their miss, another shot for Rouge. And a foul on the way up. Barnett going to go to the line.
Second chance opportunities. DJ Foster's teams are usually very good rebounding teams. but you've seen time after time tonight, this Rouge team tracks their misses very well, and that's something that's instinctual and something you can teach too, but a lot of it's effort.
It's the first foul on Chuck Bailey. Free throw shooting for both teams tonight. Not great. Hamtramck 4 and 9. And Rouge is 12 of 22. But they sure have gotten to the line a lot more than Hamtramck has.
They sure have. None better tonight than McDowell, who's missed just one shot. He's been so good in this game.
Dantes Winfrey. Double dribble.
Hamtramck's just off their game. Rouge has been a big part of it with their ball pressure D and their confident offensive attack.
It's a Rouge team that's starting to feel it. This would be their 4th straight win. That was a careless pass, intercepted easily by Kimbrough. And Bailey was fouled by Fisher.
It's Fisher's 3rd.
Weaver's got 3, Barnett's got 2, McDowell's got 2. Rouge does have a little bit of a foul issue here.
They do. It's a concern. And if you're Hamtramck, you want to keep exposing that.
Jones amidst a lot of people had to give it up to Hall. And another foul.
McDowell now has 3. So it's starting to become a thing. Joe C's going to have to go to his bench.
First time we've seen Daryl Vincent come in. McDowell's coming out. Open look in the corner. Hamtramck's gotten 2 in a row. This time it's Hall.
Hall with a big bucket. The junior coming alive.
Lob to Bentley. Push pass, out of bounds. Hamtramck gets a stop. This is a tricky spot, right, for Rouge. You're up by 15. Feels like a larger lead because you've led the whole game, but it's the spot in the game where you can't fall asleep or all of a sudden the game looks a lot different quickly.
It's fool's gold being on the road here at Hamtramck.
Another whistle, another foul on Rouge as Hall was going inside.
We'll see who they get on the floor.
I got Bentley. That's the first on Kendall. Here's Chuck Bailey. Into the corner. Hall, another good shot fake. How about Quez Hall off the bench?
Here's the depth. Quez Hall, fine player. Confident step in from the long corner. Good find by Chuck Bailey, too.
Now Rouge gets into the front court. And a foul on Kimbrough as Vincent was spinning.
Yeah, that's the Achilles heel of pressure, and you can live with that. It's caused chaos. The blitz, the traps. Look for that to continue. That is 4 fouls, though.
Fisher kicked it out. Bentley traveled before they could call block charge.
Wow. Joe Carr wants timeout. We'll take it with him.
80 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Down to a 13-point game. Rouge is led by as many as 18 in this quarter.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
General Trucking is looking for local, regional, and OTR drivers. Come join one of the leaders in transportation, General Trucking. They offer healthcare, dental, and eye care benefits, as well as a very aggressive 401k plan. Give them a call today, 586-757-4244.
Rouge led by 14 at halftime. It's now down to 13, Chad, but Hamtramck's got the ball, and they're on a 5-0 run here. How do you think they keep getting closer?
I think they keep moving the ball offensively, keep forcing the Panthers to work, sharing the ball like they are here.
Quez Hall, 8 points in a row.
There you go. You got the bench doing it. If he can do it coming off the bench, guess what? Anybody can do it. They've got it down to 8. This is the move they needed.
Crowd coming to life a little bit. They've been looking for excuses to get loud.
Watch for the traps, Evan.
Weaver, no whistle. He's behind the play. Hamtramck coming up the floor, and I'm not quite exactly sure where that pass was.
Yeah, they didn't want to rush, didn't want to run, just get a little too excited. Kimbrough tossed it away, but can't give away possessions like that.
45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Weaver again missing. Kimbrough rebounds. Being pressured and a foul on Bentley. That is his second.
And no second chance opportunities the last 3 times. And now we got a technical foul on Nick Marsh. This is going to go on Rouge. And Nick Marsh, just his first foul, but this will stop the clock, and this will give 2 free throws. And it's the 17th foul at 2, I believe, Evan.
This is what we were talking about, right? When it's a 15-point game, and honestly, it felt like a 30-point game because Rouge has basically never trailed in this game. This is the tricky spot. This is where the tough problems can set in.
Yeah, we'll see where the call. Marsh not happy. See if we can run it back maybe a little bit further, guys, and see.
Did you see Winfrey pointing to the official and saying, Marsh is talking, tee him up, please?
Yeah, and they answered. Now this place is getting loud. It's a blackout, it's a Friday night. People are ready to boogie in Hamtown tonight. I know we are.
Quez Hall hasn't missed a shot in about 10 minutes.
On tilt, they don't really ask much of him. He's the 6th, 7th man. 8th man tonight.
He's listed at 5'4". He's one of the smallest people in this gym. He's been the biggest guy for Hamtramck in the third quarter. He's got 10 points. He's keeping them alive.
There's no doubt. What an inspiration.
Hamtramck was down by as many as 18. This is now an 8-point game, and they've still got the basketball.
Just wanted to be in single digits at the end of the quarter. That's all we ask for if you're a Hamtramck head coach. Meanwhile, Joe Carr and Rouge wants to get a stop and end the run, and they want to take their momentum back to the fourth.
Jaden Melton comes in. They're going to take Daryl Vincent out. Memphis McDowell guarding the inbounds as Joe Carr is not happy about something. You have any idea what Joe Carr's so upset about here?
I'm not sure if it's who they called the technical on.
Well, judging by the replay we saw, it's got to be on Marsh because he was the one yapping.
He needs to go to the locker room. So he's left the building. Memphis McDowell had to go to the locker room. I think he might have to use the bathroom. He's bleeding. So he's bleeding. It's on his pants. Blood. He may need to use the bathroom as well, but it's not important.
Yeah, while you're in there, I guess.
Blood got on the uniform, Alex Westfall says.
Half a minute to go, third quarter, and this game looks a whole heck of a lot different now.
What is it ever?
Hall for Bailey. Chuck Bailey driving and passing. Hamtramck patient on this possession. Bailey moving right. Stop the dribble. Down to the floor. Ball loose. Everybody falling after that basketball. Nick Marsh has got it. And he's got two.
Wow, with just 2 seconds left, what a big momentum shift at the buzzer.
Hamtramck had it down to 8. They were on a 10-0 run, and they were trying to get it to 6. Instead, Rouge did what they do all night. Just get after you and just get 2 more points. 10-point lead as we're off to the 4th.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate.
There you see the Metro standings. River Rouge undefeated, looking for sole possession of the title and the Metro Atlantic Conference. Welcome back, Chad Bush and Evan Stockton with you. Hamtramck with a win could get a share, Evan, but right now it's looking like it's River Rouge's game as we head to the 4th quarter.
Yes, it is. Rouge led by 14 at the break. Just got a bucket right before the end of the 3rd quarter to make it a 10-point game again. This thing's not over. Hamtramck's going to have a run or 2 left in them. Can Rouge get to the finish line and make it a clean sweep in 2 games over the Cosmos? We'll find out.
I don't think it'll be easy, but there's certainly a good chance.
Weaver into a double team and a foul call that the Cosmos aren't quite sure is the right call. It's on Chuck Bailey. Isaiah Wilson about to come back in. It's been interesting to watch, Chad, in this second half. Hamtramck has missed Jalen Miller and Amari Allen for a lot of the year due to injuries. They've barely played in the second half.
No, they haven't played much at all. And you have to wonder how much of that had to do with the cohesion of being out so long or the inability to get something going. But this other group has made a run, and it's been running with Mr. Winfrey and Mr. Hall.
Fisher give up to Nick Marsh, and that is easy.
Marsh, the top, number 2 scorer with 15 points now. Just finishing at the rim very well tonight.
Bailey sizing it up on Marsh. He got stripped on the way up by Fisher. Weaver to McDowell again.
A cool 20 for McDowell. He can't miss from downtown, Evan.
He is 4 of 4. Foul before that pass. That sequence there, Chad, end of the 3rd quarter, 8-point game. Rouge gets a bucket off a steal. Now they're up by 15. This right here has been the whole game.
All started with Fisher in that strip and then the unselfish dish back. Rouge has got it going on tonight, but don't discredit that James Weaver find on the perimeter.
Every time it's felt like Hamtramck is going to squeeze their way back in the game.
Yep.
Rouge shakes that Dikembe Mutombo finger at him. I don't think so, not today.
Don't forget Sunday, Evan, we're back at it with PSL basketball. The titles to be won in Midtown Detroit.
Cass Tech against Renaissance on the women's side and Cass against King on the men's side. McDowell shot faking, a rare miss, follow no good. Don't miss that women's game in the PSL final, by the way. Detroit Renaissance may be the best women's team in the state of Michigan.
They might be. It's no stretch.
Bailey did everything right but make the shot.
And don't miss the unified game either. Detroit Cody against Detroit Central. We'll have that starting coverage at 12:45 from Wayne State Fieldhouse. Place you and I become very accustomed to.
We've been cruising to Wayne State Fieldhouse a lot this year.
I like what you did there.
Yeah. See what I did there? Memphis McDowell for Weaver. Kicked it out. Bentley let it go. Nick Marsh rebound. Up and in again.
Yeah, they got poor number 0 Marquise Hall on an island at 5'4" against Nick Marsh.
And now they got a double team in the corner. And forced to call a timeout, DJ Foster, as Hamtramck, which was down by 8 and had the ball closing the third quarter, now is down by 17 all over again.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate.
Today's ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, the importance of a true professional has never been higher. At Success Mortgage Partners, our mission is for every borrower to receive level 10 service, and our goal is to get you the lowest rate possible. We want you to have an experience of a lifetime. Navigating a turbulent market like this needs to be handled by a real professional. Call Todd Barr, 734-674-6154, and put 20 years of local knowledge to use for you and your family.
Winfrey got inside, Fisher fouled him, and Keyshawn doesn't like the call.
I think that's 4 fouls.
I don't know about that one. I'm going to stick up for Keyshawn here.
Yeah, I'm with you, partner. 4 fouls, though, on Keyshawn. He's had a nice night tonight, nearing a double-double, partner.
Dantes Winfrey sitting on 10 points, make it 11.
He's had a real nice game, and Winfrey's one of those guys, the underclassmen, that had to step up with its team losing Allen Herschel from a year ago, Robert Davis Jr., biggest loss from last season, I think. Aaron Allen. I mean, a lot of good team. 20 wins and a district title last year for Hamtramck.
Right now, Rouge is trying to close it out. Hamtramck thought they had it off Rouge. Instead, it's off the Cosmos.
Well, now's the time if you're going to make a push. You got to get stops if you're Hamtramck. If you're the Panthers, no bad shots. No need to have anything other than a methodical offense.
Right off the inbound, the foul on Justin Garrison.
Well, that's a clean ball out of bounds play called by Joe Carr in that dugout of the Panthers. We'll get another look at it. Sets up nicely here.
Kendall Bentley to the line. Guy was a member of the River Rouge Honor Roll, 3.3 GPA.
How about that? That's a roll I've never been on.
Is that a joke? Are you being serious?
No, I don't think I was ever on an honor. Well, maybe a couple. The lower honor rolls. Like you had the 3.0s to the 3.5s. I was on that on occasion. No, I just wanted to study sports and play wiffle ball and broadcast games in my backyard.
Well, you've achieved it. Congratulations, Jack. Your dreams have come true. There you go.
That's right. Oh, man.
5.5 left. Winfrey to Bailey. Wilson got it back to Bailey. Isaiah sets a screen for Chuck. Winfrey shot blocked. It was tipped right back to him, though.
Yeah, Bentley with long, extended, active hands.
Wilson spinning and scoring. No whistle amongst all that.
I like Isaiah Wilson. We already talked about his backstory, and it's a good one.
How does Rouge attack all these possessions down the stretch here, and how does Hamtramck play it? Obviously, they got to get some turnovers here to make it interesting.
They have to gamble. They have to trap. They have to take risks. They have to blitz. They have to pressure on the ball. Right now, Marsh is spread out. Let me take it.
Nick Marsh for Weaver. No good. Bailey rebounds. There's a stop. Bailey got by Marsh, and his pass got picked off. This could get fun. Memphis McDowell, 2 more.
Oh, the night at McDowell's. 22, deuce for McDowell. Number 2, deuces are wild in Hamtown tonight.
It's a foul on Melton. Did you just make a Coming to America reference?
I did, thank you.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Good for you. You weren't even born. You were like -9 when that came out, I think.
Oh, just because a movie came out when I wasn't alive doesn't mean I can see it?
No, but you get extra credit for it.
Okay. Thank you. First one was great. The second one wasn't very good.
You were raised right.
Thank you.
Bridget and Don know what they're doing.
There was a movie that Eddie Murphy was in. Don Stockton's probably seen it.
No doubt.
Big fan Eddie Murphy. Who's not?
Timeout here. Why don't we step aside and come on back with a Final Four? We got a Final Four, Evan. I think it could be memorable. Don't go anywhere.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
.409 to go. River Rouge beat Hamtramck by 2 at the end of January. This game looks a lot different, Chad. Why do you think River Rouge has gotten Hamtramck into all sorts of fits tonight?
I think Hamtramck, being without Allen at full strength, he's their heart and soul, and I'm not taking anything away from River Rouge. I think with Allen tonight, they get Hamtramck in a similar fashion to this point. But when you don't have your top dog, Amari Allen, and they've been rolling a long time, look, you can get exposed in certain ways, and that outside shot needs to fall. And Hamtramck has not had any help with that, and it's been a stingy Panther defense. They're long, disruptive, and they've got a lot of offensive options, more than I thought that they had coming into this game, to be frank.
You know, the interesting thing about River Rouge, their head coach Joe Carr told us when we chatted with him yesterday, look, I keep telling these guys what I think needs to get done. I keep telling them my resume and how to play, but they don't have a single senior starter. They have one senior in the rotation, Devon Dallas Jackson. He hasn't played yet today. So this is one of those games where maybe they grew up a little bit. Chuck Bailey tried to jam it down, fell hard to the floor because Marsh fouled him.
Marsh says, I'm not getting caught, or what do the kids call it, getting a body caught?
I believe,
catching a body?
Yes, I do not want, you catch a body, yes.
You catch a body. He didn't want to be caught.
He didn't want to be the body
his
that
body
was being
to be
caught.
the caught.
Yeah,
Gosh, I'm so bad and old. I'll stop.
I wasn't very good either.
Look at this, the why not go up for it. Chuck's saying, let's get it. Let's get on that highlight reel. He'll get to the line.
He makes one more, he's got 13. But to go back to what we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those games where a young team like Rouge grows up, and I think Joe Carr will be smiling if this scoreline holds, because what he told them in the locker room before the game, what he told them in practice, they listened and they're on their way to a W.
Yeah, he said, listen, guys, listen to where I've been, listen to what we can do. I know how we can win. And he's got a nice diagram for a winning team. And tonight they've listened. The message been delivered loud and clear.
Fans wanted to walk, they didn't get it. Long shot coming. Fisher gave it up to Marsh. Good decision.
Those are winning plays. Fisher's a stat stuffer. It's another dime there. Leads him in rebounds and assists tonight. Let's go with a 7.
Marsh fouled by Bailey. Chuck did not want to see Nick Marsh jam it down, and that is why he basically bear hugged him.
Yep. This is going to be a technical foul, clear path foul. And this could turn the lights out here in Hamtown early. Here's another look at it. Marsh again with a steal. And saying I wanted to show off. Marsh with a big night tonight. We've got a tough decision for our G of the game. A lot of good candidates tonight.
Yeah, obviously so many know Nick Marsh for being an outstanding wide receiver. Guy is committed to play Michigan State football. But tonight, if he can find a way to hit a free throw here, it's a 20-point game. Remember, he's been on the hoops team since he was a freshman too.
He's just a stud. Knows how to win, compete. And he's not even expected to be one of their top 2 players. But tonight he has been. This is a program that's seen guys like Legend Jeter and Keyshawn Devlin and a lot of guys that have come through here. But this is a fine group. A top 15-20 team in Division I that's going to make a run in March.
17-point lead again for Rouge. Nick Marsh is just having fun now.
Such a smooth operator working on that post.
Up the floor, Winfrey draws a foul. All right, so we were just talking about what Rouge takes away from this game. The young team grew up a little bit tonight. Yeah, Hamtramck shorthanded again. Allen and Miller honestly didn't play all that much. What do you take away from this game if you're them?
I think if you're Hamtramck, you get back to letting all these guys practice. And DJ wasn't even sure that he was going to play Allen or Miller. They did. They weren't much factors in this game. Miller is not. He's had just that 1-3. Allen has not scored in this game. This is a 1,000-point scorer. So I think you take away that we can still be very good and win our district like we did last year, but we got to get healthy and get some practice time together.
McDowell missing. Winfrey rebound. There's still 3 minutes to go. That's a 4th foul of McDowell.
I'm sorry, Evan, and I really think you like the way that your guards, your reserve guards, Hall and Winfrey played.
Yeah.
I mean, Hall came off the bench, 10 points. Winfrey had 13 to go with 4 dimes. As we see the 4th foul here. So I think you take away that you had good guard play without a couple of your key players at the guard spot now playing tonight.
You know, and Hamtramck has played a lot of good teams this year. They played Detroit Catholic Central, they played Detroit King, played North Farmington, Grand Rapids Christian, Flint Hamady, Kalamazoo Central less than a week ago, Stony Creek. I mean, they've played a lot of good teams, and their record is above 500. The frustrating thing for them has got to be we haven't really had our full team all year long, so we really don't know what we have going into playoffs.
That's right. Big win over Grand Rapids Christian earlier this year, late December, right after we saw them against Romeo. They got on a nice little run there. Win against your Shamrocks. Sorry, Evan.
That's all right. I'll get over it at some point. Chuck Bailey for 2.
Chuck with a nice finish and a technical afterwards, and I think this is going to go on Hamtramck.
Yeah, with the way that Bentley was on the floor, I think something happened here after the play. Let's take a look.
Goes up, makes it, and then a push in the back.
That's not smart.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Bentley caught the old New Brunswick backhander. Evan Westfall used to do that in his Stevenson hockey days. He was dirty. He's done it with a club too, by the way. We've seen him on golf. Joe Carr fired up about something.
Right now they're just trying to hold him back a little bit as the officials short this thing out.
Joe's an emotional guy, but his team's up 2 touchdowns on the road with 2.5 left. I mean, you know. The technical foul was called. Was it a mutual technical?
That's got to be why he's upset, because Chuck Bailey's shooting free throws here.
Yeah.
Rouge fans would say, ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah.
So would Rashid.
Great American poet.
Right up there with Walt Whitman.
1 out of 2, so ball kind of lied. Yeah, they called.
It's my wife. That's what I tried to tell my wife the other day.
Right.
I kind of lied.
Look, based on the replay we saw, I understand why Joe Carr's upset. I mean, Chuck Bailey shoved Bentley in the back. That's about as clear as it gets. But
yeah,
we've said it a million times on these broadcasts, being an official is a thankless job. Thankless job.
It really is. They've done a good job tonight for the most part.
Hamtramck still got a pulse. I got to get some points here, though, and fast. Winfrey nearly caught that out of bounds. Dantes Winfrey traveled. That's a killer.
Pat the stat says that's a good call. I'm going to trust him on that.
Are you saying you don't trust him sometimes?
Sometimes I don't. He's back off sabbatical in Tampa.
2 minutes to go. Rouge trying to close out a win. Hamtramck trying to make it interesting with a little pressure. You wonder when they foul. And we get a foul. This is the part of the game, Chad, where many across Michigan scream for a shot.
Yep, we've seen the 35-second shot clock, and I think that's coming sooner than later. Find friends at the MHSAA, and I'm sure they're taking a look at it closer this year. We've seen it in tournaments, and they'll have a big decision at the end of the season, but it's worked well in the NCAA and in the association.
1 out of 2 for Weaver.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness,
Oh.
Bailey and Marsh, that is a hard collision in the corner. Rouge wants a foul on somebody.
That's a box out.
You got to be careful here too, 1:46 to go. Marsh and Bailey have been jawing at each other all game. Joe Carr is pushing Nick Marsh back on the court here.
Might be time to get him off the court, though.
I agree.
It's a 14-point lead. You got 2 guys with emotions, and we know this league has seen a lot of emotional games that have ended prematurely.
Wide open Quez Hall. Rebound Winfrey. Blocked and fouled by Fisher. He's done.
Yep. Number 4 with 5. It'll be a great night. Good line for him. Stat stuffing as usual, Evan, but he is gone. Don't forget, afterwards we'll have our G of the game. We got our brand new G of the game t-shirts. Our staff will be rewarded with them after the game. And now we've got something here. What's going on?
DJ Foster is chin to chin with multiple officials.
You know, DJ's hot. It's been a long year for him, a roller coaster season. He's battled his own health issues, which have been well publicized, and wearing a pacemaker tonight. We wish him the best. Says he's recovering just fine, but these are moments that, you know, he's not looking to dabble with often.
For a 14-point game with 92 seconds left, this has been the most intense 3 minutes I've ever seen.
Yep. Yeah, and this is where you just don't want things to linger too long, because then all the pent-up energy of what's been a very clean game tonight. Get a look at Nick Marsh. We want to thank our friends at Asian Corned Beef for supplying some of the best dinners we've had. Evan Stockton was happy. Couldn't get him to do this game unless he, it was part of his contract tonight. Asian Corned Beef, and we're happy to have him. We thank Hassan and the great folks there. Famous corned beef egg rolls located at 7 Mile and Gratiot. AsianCornedBeef.com. Located 3 locations to serve you across Detroit.
Chad's not lying, by the way. Those corned beef egg rolls are among the finest things I have ever eaten.
Are there any left?
I don't know. I hope so.
Who's in charge of the corned beef egg rolls? They're down there? Okay. Oh, you know what? Sonnenberg has them. I don't trust him with a tray of egg rolls down there. He liked them. I think he had 4 or 5. No, we thank our friends at Asian Corned Beef. Nick Marsh's night is over. He's a candidate for our G of the Game. Stick around afterwards for our G of the Game, sponsored by G Brand.
One more coming for Winfrey. So Marsh is over there getting tended to. There's been a couple of guys bloodied and nicked up in this game. Wonder if he comes back in at some point. Off the miss. Got a foul.
We might even give an egg roll to our G of the Game.
You think that's really what they want after a hard night of hoops?
Is it something you would want as a player after a game?
Yes, but I need like 30 minutes after the game. You know, I got to get a shower.
Okay.
Some water.
What's 30 minutes when they've been sitting here for 3 hours?
Yeah, we put some tin foil over them. They're still good.
Yeah, they're good. I'm
Take
on
some
my
home.
third.
Take some home, pop them back in the oven. You're good. Or if you got an air fryer, throw those bad boys in the air fryer.
I do have an air fryer, and I think that's a great idea.
One more coming for Jaden Melton as Rouge tries to close this game out at the line. I hope he called bank. What does Hamtramck have down the stretch? They got an open look for 3. No good. Winfrey could not save the rebound.
Just one of those nights. Mama said there'd be days like this. The beauty is that everybody gets a clean slate in March. Everybody makes the playoffs.
Memphis McDowell, a 24-point night.
It's been something.
It's going to end up being one heck of a win for River Rouge. Really, the game changed, Chad, as Bailey gets 2, when it was an 8-point game and Hamtramck had the ball at the end of the third. Rouge got a steal and a score before the buzzer, and they never looked back.
I agree. Big-time turning point in the contest, and the 3-ball was something that we said we needed to see out of Hamtramck if they were going to make a move, and 18 tries, just 5 makes tonight, not enough. And the free throws, they missed 11 free throws. That's going to disqualify most teams.
Just a little too late, and a little too many miscues tonight for the Cosmos. But they still got a shot to make a little noise. Great inbounds pass, and Bentley has 10 points.
Everything has worked tonight. Everything.
No good. Wilson missed it. Rebound Rouge. Let's see if they just dribble out the clock here. Does Hamtramck call off the Dogs? No, not yet. The ball's going out of bounds. It's Hamtramck ball.
Not in DJ's blood. Proud grad of Hamtramck High.
One last possession for Hamtramck. It's Dantes Winfrey missing. Melton rebound, Rouge ball. Trying to bleed out the rest of this clock. Turnover. Threw it right to Bentley. Nick Marsh has got it. One more pass. This baby's over. What a win. Rouge comes on the road and beats Hamtramck by 16. First time they played it was a 2-point game. Tonight, Rouge comes on the road, makes a little statement.
And grabs a title for the mantle. They win the Metro tonight. They sweep the season series, well-deserved champion of a Metro Conference that is soon to start to break up. But for tonight, the top dog comes from River Rouge. It's the Panthers, winners of the Metro.
With your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag G-Brand USA. G-Brand USA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
All right, we're back in Hamtramck, where tonight River Rouge spoiled the party. What a win. 16-point win for River Rouge. This is a young team. This is a good basketball team. And we got to see an awesome performance tonight from the man in maroon and white, number 2, Memphis McDowell, the sophomore. He's our G of the game, and he joins us. Memphis, first, congratulations. Second, you dropped 24 against a team that you only beat by 2 in the first game. Tonight, you beat them by 16. What changed?
I just feel like we have more confidence coming into this game. Like, along the season, we just building up confidence, and we came into this game like the first time we came into the game playing against them, it was a little bit of nerves, and this time we just came in and feel like we could do it. It's just time to go do it.
You know, Hamtramck missed a lot of three-pointers tonight, but people can see the missed threes, and they also got to recognize the defense the other team is playing. What were you guys doing defensively tonight to make Hamtramck just have a tough night shooting it?
We was doing man-to-man, trying to keep the ball out of Chuck Bailey's hand as much as we can. And we'll go press some to slow the clock, to slow them down and get some time off the clock.
Your coach, Joe Carr, told us the other day, you know, I got a really young team, and I have to keep telling them to listen to what I'm telling them. Well, tonight you win by 16. So what did Coach Carr tell you before this game that clearly you guys were listening to?
He was coaching us along the way, but he was really just letting us flow. He seen that we had everything under control, and we was talking ourselves through the game. And along the stretch, that's what you want your team to do. You want your team to be able to play with each other and not have to use his coach as much as possible, because in some games we can't even hear him. This game, we couldn't even hear him that much. It's so loud.
Last thing I got for you. Obviously, at River Rouge, there's a tradition to win state championships. You've won 14 all time. If you don't win the state title, it's a bad season. Yeah, this is a young team, but people still expect you to go far. What is a game like tonight, and the way you guys are getting better and better every week, what does it say about your chances to get to the Breslin and make a little noise when the playoff starts?
It doesn't. I mean, we beat a good team, but it doesn't say anything, because we could win this game and we could lose first round if we don't come to play. So, I mean, it's just another game on our belt. Yes, it builds confidence, but if we don't do what we got to do down the road, then we'll be like any other team.
Memphis McDowell, 24 points, a sophomore in name only. What a win, man. Go enjoy it. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's our G of the game, Memphis McDowell, 24 points. Don't forget about Nick Marsh with 22, Kendall Bentley with 10, James Weaver with 11. A lot of dudes had a good night, but Memphis had the best night. We're back to wrap it up after this. Rouge, a 16-point win over Hamtramck.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
What a night for River Rouge. Coming out, a confident team, as Memphis McDowell was just telling us, Chad. They were a team that just was more confident coming into this game, and while Hamtramck had their moments, they got it down to 8 in the third quarter. It really felt like Rouge had this thing on lock the whole night.
They just had so many options, so many things happening. The energy, the mojo, the unselfishness. I mean, look at the assists in this game. 8 of them, but felt like more than that. Limited their turnovers. Just a well-fought battle offensively and defensively. 4 guys in double figures, 2 guys with over 20 points. Free ball wasn't there, but they got to the line, made their free throws, and shared the ball.
And the balance as well for Rouge. We just talked to Memphis McDowell at 24, but they had 3 other guys in double figures. That's Nick Marsh, number 11, who had 22. Chuck Bailey was still good. He had 15 points, but it felt like a hard 15, didn't it?
Everything felt hard tonight for Hamtramck. There was nothing that went down easy. They had to work extra hard. You see the nice long corner soft touch shot here, but everything was tough because River Rouge was sticky. They were tough on ball defenders. They got in gaps. They were active. And then they finished in transition from their defense. So, I mean, this is just a really well-oiled machine. Josie's got them humming. Watch out. Both these teams with a big, big statement about to be made, I think, in the Division I MHSA playoffs.
Things can happen, and remember, Hamtramck was missing basically their best three-point shooter, Miller, tonight, and their heart and soul, Amari Allen. They played a little bit coming off injuries, but played, what, combined 7 minutes, 8 minutes in the game? Not very much. So a little bit of a misnomer in what you saw from Hamtramck tonight, but what you saw from River Rouge was a heck of a performance. And as you say, Chad, we're getting to winning time here over the next couple of weeks. That's when these things get real. And as Memphis McDowell said, too, look, tonight honestly means nothing because if we lose in the first round, the season is over. Sure seems like these Panthers have the right mindset.
They do. It's been a roller coaster ride. Joe Carr said it for River Rouge tonight. That ride was a big, nice reverse demon drop, an escalation up to the heavens, a 16-point win on the road against Hamtown, and a title here tonight on the road to win the Metro.
Well, Chad, we got a busy weekend. We got a little hockey tomorrow from St. Mary's, and then the PSL Finals on Sunday. Why don't you tell everyone about what we got coming up for them on Sunday at Wayne State Fieldhouse?
I sure will. Let's talk about Sunday. We've got the unified game to kick things off. We're proud to be partners with the PSL. We'll have Detroit Cody. We'll have Detroit Central live from 12:45 from beautiful, plush Wayne State Fieldhouse. And we'll kick off coverage there with Cody and Central. And then at 3 o'clock, it escalates to the girls' championship. Maybe the finest team in the state. Certainly, it's been the finest team in the city this year. Renaissance is going to face a buzzsaw in Cass Tech. And we saw these Cass Tech girls play earlier this year in a hard-fought game against Wayne Memorial that I believe they won.
Yeah, it was right down to the wire, and Wayne Memorial is one of the best girls teams in the state.
They are. So that was going to be a fabulous game. And then the nightcapper, Cass Tech taking on, I believe that game is a final now, Detroit King.
Beat them by 18, beat Renaissance today, yeah.
So that's been a hard-working Detroit King club that's come back, and we'll see that at 5. But, yeah, so that's on Sunday. Then tomorrow, let's not understate what you're calling, along with Andy Alvey, and that's Orchard Lake St. Mary's against Cranbrook in hockey.
Yep.
St. Mary's a top 4 or 5 team in the state right now in Division III. Cranbrook, a division rival. But what we saw tonight, my friend, was some quality basketball by 2 teams in Division I in surrounding districts that are going to make some noise. And maybe, just maybe, the final Metro Conference game ever between River Rouge and Hamtramck.
And all I know, looking forward to Sunday, is I'd watch Cass and King play tiddlywinks, so playing basketball is pretty good, too. Anytime those 2 schools play, just tune in. It'll be fun.
Cass and King, it just couldn't end with a more fitting finish than those 2 clubs squaring off on a Sunday night at 5 o'clock.
Great broadcast, Chad. Why don't you take us home?
Had a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Want to thank our hardworking crew, Austin Sonnenberg on graphics tonight. Off sabbatical in his first high school game in what would be 14 days, Evan Westfall on replay. Alex Westfall, the captain, the grand poobah in the middle of it all, back off sabbatical as well. Mr. Jackson, Christian Jackson, I think maybe the MVP tonight. He's the guy that went down and got the Asian beef egg rolls on 7 and Gratiot. Came out of there smelling like a rose. Thank you, Christian. Great work on audio. Christian Armani Rose doing great work on the floor with a gimbal floor camera. Excellent work, my friend. Good job. Appreciate you as always. And then up top, we've got Rob Sarna, one of the finest Camera One operators on the west side of Livonia that you'll ever find. And then Kyle Buchanan. Where's Kyle? There he is. Got some great lettuce on him, too. He was our tight follow tonight. We're the prep. Let's not forget our hardworking stat crew. Pat Bush is back. Pat the Stat back from his sabbatical in Tampa over the week. And Jamie Janssen, captaining our ship there at the end, anchoring our stat table. Thank you, Jamie, for your hard work and dedication. And my partner on play-by-play tonight, Mr. Evan Stockton. Catch him all weekend long. He'll be at St. Mary's on Saturday and in Detroit at Wayne State Fieldhouse on Sunday. Once again, your final score here tonight, the Metro was won by way of River Rouge. They win by 16 on the road over Hamtramck to sweep the season series and run their record up to 13 wins on the year against 5 defeats. Congratulations to them. Thank you to the hardworking fine folks at Hamtramck. DJ Foster, the athletic director and the head coach. We love coming here. They're gracious hosts. And thanks to all of our sponsors for making tonight possible. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from Orchard Lake for Cranbrook and St. Mary's in hockey. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. So long.